am Rachel Wolf with Club Pilates in Valrico. We miss all of our members so much, and today I'm going to give you guys a Control 1.5 class from home. So you need gliders. If you don't have gliders, you can use paper plates on carpet or hard floor surfaces, or even towels on hard surfaces works really well. And if you don't have weights, canned goods will do. So you guys are going to start on all fours, shoulders over the wrist, knees underneath the hips, and we're going to start with a few rounds of cat and cow pose. So exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head down. Inhale, lengthening the chest forwards, lengthening from top of the head to tail. Exhale, rounding the belly, really long in the spine, allowing the belly to drop. Exhale, pulling those ribs in, pressing away from the floor. Inhale, lengthening the spine long. Good, and last round, exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Coming back to center, we move into tail wag. Drawing that right ear and right hip towards one another. Left ear and left hip, moving the spine side to side and lateral flexion. Deepening the breath, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Good, and last two each side. And we'll come back to center. Now we'll lie onto the belly as we continue warming up the spine. We take the thumbs to the outsides of the chest. Hug those elbows into the midline of the body. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears. Press the toenails down into the mat so much that those kneecaps lift up off of the floor, engaging through the glutes. We twist to the right, continue pulling those shoulders down away from the ears. Frontal hip points stay down on the mat. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, twisting left. Exhale, lowering back. We rise up through center on the inhale. Exhale, lower down. Twisting right, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower, and twisting through center, keeping those legs strong and engaged. Inhale, right. Lowering down, twisting left. And up through center. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Keeping those shoulders pulled down away from the ears. Good, inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Drawing those sit bones together. Staying active through the glutes. Using the breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Good, and we're just going to finish one more round. Twisting right, inhale. Lower through center, twisting left, inhale. Exhale, lower through center. Last one, we hold it here. Little pulses, keeping those triceps engaged, staying long through the neck, engaged through the legs. Pull those shoulders down away from the ears. Press weight into those little pinky fingers, feeling those triceps activate even more. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We press up onto hands and knees. Let's take a seated child's pose, dropping the hips down onto the heels, lengthening those arms nice and long, taking a deep inhale here, and exhaling it out. Rising back up onto hands and knees, shoulders over those wrists, knees underneath the hips. We tuck those toes under, and we're just going to pull those knees off of the mat to hover. Feel those lower abs active. Little press of those shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Breathing here, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. If you need to modify, forearms to the mat, hovering here, especially if you have wrist stuff going on. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, and exhale. Good, and dropping those knees down. Now we're going to take it into cat-cow with those knees hovering. So again, if you need any modifications for those wrists, you can go down onto your forearms. So we lift those knees to hover. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, rounding that spine. Deep breaths. Keeping those knees to a hover over that mat. Using that breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding the spine. Good, last two. And last one. And we drop those knees down. Back into that child's pose. Walking those hands over to the right side. Stack the left palm on top of the right, getting that nice side twist. And we walk the hands to the other side. Torso draping over that left thigh. Right hand stacks on top of left. And we bring it back to center. Back onto the hands and knees. Tuck those toes under. Hovering those knees off the mat. And we're just going to pull that right heel to the glute. Set it down. Left heel to the glute and down. Keep pressing the chest up away from the floor. Good. Squeeze that hamstring and glute as you lift the heel up. Outer hips firming in. Continue pressing away from the floor. Good. And if you want that progression, we're going to take that leg back. Draw it in. Back. And pull it in. Push through that heel. Keep those hips stable. Firming those outer hips in, lengthening forwards through the top of the head, through the chest. Exhale, taking it back. Inhale to pull it in. Good, we have one more each side. And we drop those knees down, resting child's pose again. Good, and we're going to come up. Grabbing your weights, we come back onto all fours. Tucking those toes under, separating those knees, hips width apart. Grabbing that weight, placing it into your right hand. We take that right arm forwards, sweep it back alongside the right hip. Inhale forwards, exhale, sweep it back. Squeeze those sit bones together. Lengthen forwards through the top of the head. Good, keep firming those outer hips in. We want to imagine a corset wrapping around our entire midsection. Good, last two. Last one, we hold it back. Bending that right elbow, squeeze that tricep. Squeeze the bicep to pull in, keeping that neck long. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, pull it in. Keeping that pelvis even across. Draw the lower belly in. You have three more. Good, and last one, press it back. Little pulses, squeeze the tricep, squeeze the back of the arm. Keep the back of the neck long. We go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that arm out to the side. We draw it back in. Arm out to the side, draw it back in. If you want to add that progression, lift your left leg up. Keep pressing away from the floor. Good, now hold that right arm out to the side. Take that left leg out to the side. And little pulses, up and down, up and down, up and down. Good, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we bring it back down, setting that weight onto the mat. Other side, grab the weight into your left hand. Tuck those toes under. Left arm forwards, we sweep it back. Lengthening forwards, good, and sweep back. Inhale forwards, exhale, sweep it back. Pull those ribs in. Spine stays nice and long. Good, last 3. Keep those shoulders squared. 2, And last one, we take that left arm back, tricep kickbacks, bending at the elbow and pressing. Back of the neck stays on. Squeeze that bicep to pull in and squeezing that tricep to press it back. Good, and last one, hold it back, little pulses. Lift that arm up and down, squeezing that tricep. Good, you have 4, 3, 2, 1. We sweep that left arm out to the side and draw it back to the hip. If you're adding that progression, go ahead and lift your right leg up, pressing back into that heel. Good, and squeezing those hips in. Maintaining those hips square towards the floor. Hold that left arm out to the side. Take that right leg out to the side. Little pulses up and down. Drawing that chest forwards. Keep the back flat. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we take that knee down. Setting your weight down. You guys can have a seat on your heels, knees together. You can sit cross-legged or legs out in front of you, whatever is more comfortable for you. So we have our weights with us. Having a seat on those heels. Take your arms in front of you. Goalpost arms. We draw the arms in, just to shoulder height. Pressing out. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Deep breaths. Lift up through the chest. Feel the lower belly lifting. Lifting up through the sternum, reaching up through the crown of the head. Draw those front ribs in, knitting that rib cage together. Inhale, pulling those arms in. Exhale, press it back. Good, last one, we hold it here. We lift up just a couple inches and down. Up a couple inches and down. Good, squeezing those shoulder blades together like you're moving from your core, from your center. Feel the lower abs drawing up. Good, and we hold it here. External rotation, neutral to internal. We're keeping those elbows to the height of the shoulders. Good, and breathing. Good, and exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Try not to move your torso. Imagine the torso wedged in between 2 panes of glass. So we're keeping those ribs in. There's no rocking front and back or side to side. Holding that body completely still. Good. And we hold it here. Again, little pulses. Good, feel those shoulders start to burning. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. We straighten and bicep curl. And straighten and bicep curl. Good, curling those wrists in to activate those biceps. You have 5 more. Keep drawing those ribs in. Good. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those weights down. Whew. All right. And drawing the right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Just loosening up that neck for a moment. All right, we're not done with these weights just yet. We have a little bit more to do here. So we're going to take those arms, extend them up. Good. And this time we're bending those elbows, dropping them down towards the sides of our waist. And as we take those arms up and overhead, it's like you're creating a circle. I want you guys to feel that lat engagement. So those muscles between the armpits and the shoulder blades drive out through those elbows as you're lifting, and you're pressing out through those elbows as you draw down. So if you were holding on to a bar or a pole, you're trying to rip it in half as you bring those arms up and rip it in half on the way down. Good, and exhale to pull down. Inhale to lift, keeping that center completely still. Good, and last two. Last one. Taking those arms out into a T, little circles here. Now, it's really challenging to keep your body still, but we're gonna do the best that we can. Try not to move that midsection. Don't move that torso. Really engaging that core by drawing those ribs together and feeling that lower belly zipping up, reverse. Try to keep those shoulders, or those hands to the height of the shoulders. I know those arms are getting tired. Stay with me, good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring those arms in. We press it up, we're almost done with the arms. Press up, bend those elbows. Good, keep those elbows squeezed in, so don't allow your elbows to draw out. Hug them in. Good, and we lift. And bend, exhale, squeeze the backs of the arms. Inhale to lower. Good, last 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we bring those arms down. Woo, nice job, guys. All right. Now we're going to take it onto our backs. If you guys have not a lot of room right now, go ahead and fold that mat in half. All right, and we're going to take our gliders. So we're placing them on the mat in front. You're gonna place your heels on top of the gliders. Now we're not gonna use them just yet, but they're there for us when we're ready. Lay down onto your backs. Pressing your hands down alongside your hips. Draw those knees together. Feet are close together. You're curling the hips up one vertebra at a time. Tailbone lengthening to the backs of the knees. Weight stays in those shoulder blades. Now in our bridge, make sure you guys are all the way up here. I see this a lot in class. We want to keep the shoulder blades down, those ribs pulled in. So we're finding that alignment from shoulder, hip to knee. And we articulate down, slow control, one bone at a time. Good, inhale, see curving the spine up, one vertebra at a time. And rolling down, keep pulling those ribs in. Inhale, curling up one vertebra at a time. Good, and slow articulation down. Inhale, curl it up, slow with control, and slow curl down. Inhale, see curving that spine up. We hold it here. And we're going to press that right heel forwards, bending that knee, pull it in. Go, we're gonna stay on that right side. Pulling it forwards and pushing it out. Squeeze those outer hips in, keeping the pelvis even across. Good, squeezing that hamstring. Deep breath. We press and pull it in with that hamstring, squeezing those hip bones together. Outer hips firm in, last 2. And last 1, we change sides. Pressing out into that left heel, drag it in. Keeping the pelvis even across. Squeeze those glutes, keep the tailbone tucked. Drawing those ribs in, firming those outer hips in. Good, exhale, last 3, 2, and 1. We bring it all the way in, hold it here. Drop the hips down halfway, squeeze it up to the top. Down halfway, squeeze up to the top. We're just hinging from the hips at this point. Good, keeping those knees separated, feet are in parallel. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift it up and curl it down one bone at a time. Nice job. Good. All right, now curl those hips up one vertebra at a time again, holding it here. Keep that tucked pelvic position. Right leg tabletop. Lower that heel down into the glider. We press it out, pull it in. Left leg tabletop, lift it up, lower it down, press it out. Good. And we lift that right leg tabletop, kick it up, bend, lower it down. So the modification would be to keep that knee bent if you need to. We lift, point, extend, lower, and press. Good. And this becomes challenging to try to get that heel back on the glider. Keeping that pelvis tucked. Outer hips firming in. Good. Take your time if you need to. Slow it down a little bit. Also, we have some coordination we're working on here. Last one each side. Good, and pull it in, and we roll down one bone at a time. Hug those knees into the chest. We straighten the legs, bending the knees. Straightening the legs and bending the knees. Good, and we're going to place those hands onto the kneecaps. Go into our leg circles. I know you guys really missed this one, but here's a nice way to do it on the mat, getting enough support. So we're anchoring those hips down into the mat and just keeping that neutral pelvis. A little space under that lower back, big enough to fit a grape there. Keeping that pelvis quiet and still, and just allowing those femur bones to roll within the hip socket. Keep those ribs pulling in. Inhaling, circling around, exhale to the top. Good, and we reverse direction. Keep the pelvis still, abdominals engaged. Exhale at the top, inhale, circle around. And we have 3 more. 2. And last one. Good, hugging those knees in. Let's bring it all the way up to seated. And we're going to sit on the edge of the mat. We're keeping those gliders there with us. Now you're going to need to grab your weights again for this one, or your hands. We're holding it here with the heels on those gliders, sitting up nice and tall. I want you guys to find that C curve, articulating down through the spine, keeping those hips and heels weighted down, just lowering down about halfway. Exhale, we lift and sit up tall, lengthen out of the crown of the head. Good, C curving that spine. Roll it down. And we lift and hold. Now if you guys want to add those weights to make it a little harder, hold those weights out in front of you. We C curve, roll it down just halfway. Exhale, C curve it up and lifting up tall. Good, and breathe, inhale. Exhale, lift. Pull those ribs together. Good, you guys are doing good. Stay with me, keep going. Good, and we lower it down halfway, hold it here. We're gonna send that right leg out, pull it in. Left leg out, pull it in. Good, pull the lower abs down and in. Imagine you're putting on your favorite pair of skinny jeans. Zipping them up, pulling those lower abs in. Breathing. Good, keep those knees separated and open. All right, we're gonna add the arms. So, right arm, left leg, we lower down. Left arm, right leg, and lower. Opposite arm to leg. keeping those ribs drawing together, lower abs connected. That zipping up effect. Good. Now both arms, both legs. Ooh. And pull those ribs in. Try to keep the upper body still. So we're just moving the arms and legs. Good. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it here. Ooh, almost lost my glider. Pulse. Little pulses. Squeeze those ribs. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You guys come all the way up. Butterfly stretch. Soles of the feet together. You can place those hands onto your gliders and just slide them out and breathe. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. All right, and let's bring it all the way in. Okay, so we're just gonna set those gliders off to the side. We're gonna continue with our ab work, and you can keep your feet on the floor for this. So we're still bending the knees. If you need to set the weights down at any point, put the weights down, go without them, especially if they get too heavy or your form is being sacrificed. Just do it without the weights. Take those arms in front of you, bending at the knees. We see curve lower down halfway. We're twisting right, center, left, center. Squeeze those knees together. Good. Twisting right, center, left, center. Good. Inhale, right, center, left, center. Maintaining that C curve in your hips and your lower back, but then we're finding that element of length through the chest. Reaching out of the top of the head. Take a look at your knees. Make sure they're not moving. So those knees want to kind of jet out one by one, but we want to keep them squeezed in. All right, we twist to the right. Open the arms, close. Open, close. Holding that right side oblique squeeze. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come back to center. Take it to the left. Open, close. Squeezing the left sideways. Deep breaths. Keep those knees even. Equal weight in the hips. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back to center. We roll it down one vertebra at a time all the way to the mat. Taking those arms up and overhead. Remember, you can set the weights down if it gets too heavy, especially if you have a shoulder injury. I don't advise using the weights here. Bring those arms in front. We exhale, peel it up, sitting up tall. Now, if you guys want the progression at this point, you can point your toes, straight legs. As we see curve, roll down one bone at a time. Arms reach up and overhead. And exhale, we curl it up, chin into the chest. Sitting up nice and tall, elongating that spine. And pointing those toes, rounding down one bone at a time. Reaching the arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, peeling that spine up off of the mat. Pull those lower abs in. Sitting up tall. Inhale, rounding down one bone at a time. Equal weight in the pelvis. Exhale, C curve, chin into the chest. Rounding up, lengthen through those toes. Good, and just one more. We roll it down one bone at a time. And exhale, curling all the way up to sit up tall. Good. And we're going to set those weights down. We'll come into our mermaid position. So I'm mirroring you guys. So you're going to take your left foot behind you. and your right foot's gonna come in front of you. Now, if you're not able to sit in this position, especially if your back hip is tight, you can modify and just bring that leg out to straighten. We need our gliders, and we're going to place the gliders to the right side of the mat. Now you're placing that right hand slightly in front of the right shoulder. And we're going to press it out as we sweep that arm up and overhead. So we're coming into our mermaid side bending stretch. Now I want you guys to weight down into that left hip as you slowly come all the way up. Good, feel the sides of the waist lengthening and engaging into that right side oblique to lift. Good, both hips stay planted heavy onto the mat. Elongate through those fingertips. Keep that right shoulder pulled down away from the ear. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Inhale as you lengthen up and over. Exhale, press to lift. Good, and breathe. Good, last two. And last one. We come all the way up to lift. Now you're rotating, both hands on the glider. Pull the navel into the spine, lift up as tall as you can, and twisting. We're taking those arms out in front and pulling those gliders back in. Deep breaths. Pressing and lifting. Exhale, press. Inhale to lift. Last 3, 2, and last 1. We bend those elbows in. You're going to lower down. Try to drop those shoulders pretty low and pull the shoulders down away from the ears. We press the arms forwards, we're staying low. Squeeze those elbows in. So again, we're back on those triceps, activating the backs of the arms, lengthening out through the crown of the head, keeping that right hip down. Good, last 3. Your left hip's gonna be slightly lifted, that's okay. Good, and last one, we keep those elbows bent. Hugging those elbows in. Tip your chest forwards and down as we float that back leg up. Flex the foot. We pulse it here. Squeezing the glute. Keep drawing those elbows into the ribs. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that leg. As we come into our press up, the foot comes back to the floor. We bend the elbows, leg lifts. Exhale, press up. Inhale to lower. Pointing the back toes. Good, last 3, 2, and last 1. Good, rebend that back knee into your mermaid shape. So we're gonna take those gliders out just a little bit away from the mat. Now I'm going to be turning this way. You guys are going to be turning away from the camera, okay? So you're going to bend into that right elbow. Your left arm is going to weave under your right. As you bend into that right elbow, you're coming into a twist. Your left arm is straight. Then we come back to center. So when you guys are doing this, you're going to be turning away from me, okay? So we're bending into that right elbow, coming back up. This feels so good on your spine. This is one of my favorite exercises with the gliders. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, coming back to center. And we're also working that right tricep again. Good, and exhale, last 5. Inhale to lift. 4, counter stretch. So you're bringing that left arm to the outside of the left shin. We sweep that right arm up and overhead and breathe. All right, and let's bring it back up. So we have the other side to do. We're gonna take those gliders off to the other side. We're switching the legs. So our left knee bends in front of us, our right leg bends behind us. And remember, you can always sit here if this is more comfortable for you. We place the left hand onto the glider, slightly in front of that shoulder. We sweep it up and over, pull it in. Good, you guys keep going. I'm just gonna move my mat back just a hair. Good, all right, and we press it out. And sweep that arm up and over. Make sure that hand's going slightly in front of the shoulder. We want to maintain that alignment. Pulling that left shoulder blade down the back. Exhale, up and over. Inhale to lift. Good. And last one. Bring it all the way up. Now both hands on the glider, twist. So lengthen up nice and tall. Out of the top of the head. We press the arms long. Inhale to lift. Exhale to press. Inhale, lift. Keep pulling those shoulder blades down the back. Good, and last two. And last one. Bending at those elbows, we lower down. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Press it forwards as you pull those gliders in. Squeeze those elbows close together. Feeling those triceps active. Keep that spine as long as possible. Pulling the lower abs in. Feel that activation in the lower belly. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we stay low. All right, now we're going to lift that back leg up and little pulses, flexing into the right foot. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We straighten the leg. As you press it up, the toes come down to the floor. Bend those elbows, lift the leg. And we lower to press up. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Squeezing those elbows in. Good, you have 2 more. And last one. Rebending that knee. Now we're taking those gliders away from your mat just a little bit so you can weave that right arm through. Okay, remember you guys are going to be facing away from the camera. All right, so we weave that right arm under the left as we bend the elbow, come back to center. We weave it through and back to center. Good, and last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job, guys. Okay, now we're going to take our mats and unfold them. So we want that mat nice and long again. Standing onto your knees, take your right foot out to the side. Arms in that T. We elongate, reach into that left arm. Keep the length in the spine, placing the hand to the floor. Now we're going to take that bottom foot and we can stretch it behind that back leg. Good, and reach that arm up and overhead and breathe. Good, or you can stay in that modification here. All right, we set that knee down like you're pulling up on a rope, slowly up to stand. Guess what? I forgot our counter stretch. So we're just gonna come back down and redo that counter stretch. Here we go. Deep breaths. All right, and we bring it all the way up. Okay, so back onto those knees, and we do the other side. So we're taking that left leg out, arms lengthening long. Elongate out of that right hand, sweep the arm up and overhead. You can stay here, or you're straightening that bottom leg, holding that side plank, breathing. And remember, you guys can always drop down onto your forearm for that modification. Good, and reach up like you're pulling onto a rope. Set that knee down, coming all the way back up. And you guys are done. Great job, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. We miss you guys. Thanks for watching our Club Pilates and Valrico video.